Hello friends! Happy Monday. My name is Ray with the Cutting Edge Craft Studio. Today we're going to work on a cute door hanger sign that says luck. These cute, adorable little gnomes. It does have the little holes in the top so that you can hang it. So we're just going to go ahead and work on this today. And I like to work on, when I work with greens, I like to use two different greens. So I've got like a Kelly green and more of a lime green. It's St. Patrick's, so we're going to use some gold. I've been loving the gold with the greens. And then I also will get out my white and probably some black for their shoes. And then we'll need a skin tone color. Let's see what I got out here. I've got, I don't know, maybe like an ivory or something. I don't have my paints label anymore, so I'm not sure. Hi, Nancy. Hello, Rachel. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. This is my Craft Around the Clock segment, so if you are new to us, give the Craft Around the Clock group a follow. If you're new to me, I would appreciate a follow as well. I'm gonna leave these lined up like this. It makes it easier for me. It took me probably 15 minutes to get them all straightened back out with where they go. So I'm gonna leave it like this. We'll do the background absolutely last if we still have time. If not, we'll at least have all the fun pieces done and you'll get to see the sign. And then I'll always post pictures afterwards. So it comes with luck, but then you also have these extra fun things. So there's a little horseshoe, a pot of gold, a bunch of different clovers. And I do have, some of these have little like belt-like things for their hats. And they're all different sizes, so that's why it took me some time to figure out where they all went. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Kimberly. Let's see here. Have I seen any? I did see some comments. Okay, I wanted to make sure my comments were working before I let my computer go. So I'm going to do a combination of sponges and paintbrushes, which I'm just now thinking I left them to dry in the bathroom after I washed them out, so that's all right. I've got extra ones down here. I'll just use something different than normal. And I'm just cutting off the crunchy edge from using these previously, and then so it ends up being two extra pieces. So I do that until these are gone. They last me quite a long time. I'm doing it that way. Hey Tracy, how are you? All right, so I'm gonna get my paint started. We're gonna have quite a bit of greens because it's gonna be a mostly green sign. Hello, St. Patrick's Day, right? So usually I just squirt out a little bit and go from there, but I know I'm gonna use quite a bit of that and probably a good amount of gold as well. All right, I'm gonna go. So what I could do is, instead of using the U, I could do the horseshoe U there, but I don't know where I would put the pot of gold then. Or should I use the pot of gold there instead? I think that looks goofy to me. I like the U. I'm probably just not going to use those. And then we do have all these extra clovers. We'll find a spot for those too. Hi, Tammy. So I'm going to start with, I'll put the sign here again for you guys to see it before we start. I'm going to start with this one and kind of work my way through because I want to alternate the colors on them. So his hats, I think the hats are going to be black, these two hats. All their little booties or feet are going to be black. And then aside from that, you know what I think I did last year for one? I think I used orange in their beards. Maybe we're going to use some orange in their beards. Aside from that, we're going to use different greens and golds. So this is the complicated part for me, is just getting started on these ones sometimes. I don't think I got black on my palette yet. Let's do that. Hi, Patty. Hi, Anetta. Is it Anetta or Anita? Anita, probably. Goodness. There's a big slimy paint booger in there. Hello, Caroline. Okay. I'm just going to go one at a time. Instead of thinking too much ahead. I try to plan it out and then I feel like I always mess it up how I wanted it anyways, so I'm just going to go one at a time. And then after I kind of blotch it on there, then I go back through and swipe it so there's no little blotchy marks. Hello, Patty. Go right over here to his feet since I've already got the black going. I'm gonna do his little boots. All right, let's see. So I am going to, they're going to be cute little rosy creatures today. I'm going to use whatever color this is. Maybe if it comes out, maybe I'm empty. There's a little bit left in there. So it's like a really light, I'm not even sure what to call that. I don't save my colors anymore. And I'm going to put some of this in there, just a little bit of pink with it. Ooh, okay, a lot of pink. I didn't mean to do that though. Hold on. I'm going to take a lot of this top off of here. If you could see this, it's just one big pink mess over there. I want it to be mostly skin tone color, but I want it to be kind of rosy because he's going to be little red-headed gnomes. They're going to have little rosy skin and orange beards. All right. I think I got it mixed decent. We're going to start. We're going to try. Hi, Lisa. Hello, Elizabeth. Try to say hi to everybody as they hop on, but I know I'm missing some people. So their noses and their arms, or hands, whatever you want to call these. I used to call them just hands, but I think it's really an arm. We're going to be done in this pinky flesh color. All right, and then that should be it. So then we've got the little beard. So for that, I'm going to use some white and some orange. My palette is getting full here. I may have to get another one out. Hi, Vonda. Hello, Ruth. I use my brush because I feel like I can make it look more realistic, the hair. So I just kind of paint it in the pattern that the hair would lay or flow. I'm going to do my white first, and then I'm going to go back through and I'm going to do some orange in there. And I don't have any orange out yet, so let's grab a little bit of that. I want it to be super bright orange, and that's why I did the white first, but I also want it to have some variation. I don't want it to be one flat color. So there's where we're at so far, but I might change it a little bit and put some more colorfulness in there. Streakiness, I don't know what else to call it. So there's his little nose and his beard, there's his hat. I'm just going to kind of build it out on here, and then I'll move it over to that when we move on to the next piece. So he is going to have, I'm going to start with dark green. It's my first one, so this one's just going to be dark green. I can't wait to see this one all put together. He's gonna be so cute. All right, so then we've got this part. I think I'm gonna do this in dark green too to match him. Because he doesn't have a whole lot going on, just his pants basically. And then this little piece is gonna be done in gold. Little clip part on his belt or on his hat. And then this I'm going to do in the light green. So now we've got all of our colors brought into this one piece, and that's how we're going to continue, but they're just going to kind of alternate. They're not all going to be the exact same looking gnome. They're going to all be slightly different with all the same colors throughout the project. Hi, Rose. Hello, Christy. And I like polka dots and stripes and things like that, so we'll probably come through and do some of that at the end, maybe on our letters or something. But there we go, we got our first gnome, okay? It should be dry enough that I can stick it on the board without messing any of that up. So I'm gonna go ahead, set that over here, and I'll show you guys again for those of you who are just hopping on. We're working on the luck sign. This is our kit of the week, so it's 20% off this week only, and I did link that kit in the description of the video. So now, pull this little guy over here, and we're gonna do the same colors for his nose and his hands, which actually I might just go ahead and do these all right now because I feel like there's not very much of that paint, and since I mixed it on my own, I do want to make sure that it doesn't dry up, that we have enough to use so that they match. So there's his. I am going to do that real quick before I move to the next part. Just like I said, I want to make sure that I have enough of that color, because I can never make the same color twice. I don't know about you, but it just never works out the exact same. Same over here. Thank you so much for sprinkling. How's you guys' Monday? Did you guys have a good day? Hopefully it was a good start to the week for everybody. All right, so there we go. Those are good. They got little legs sticking out here, but I think I've got enough over there if I need to. Like this guy, he's got a little bit of legs. And I guess I could make him into pants instead of legs. It's all right. They're gonna have their little skin showing. So then next, I'm gonna go on to his feet. And just go right up to the edge there, really careful. Okay. So this one is going to be, I think I'm gonna do light green, and then this is gonna be gold. So this one, if I do that, is not gonna have any of the dark green, which could be fine. I think it'll be fine, actually. I'm gonna do his beard real quick. Again, I'm gonna go over it with my white first, which I never change out my brush, so it does still have a little bit of orange in it anyways, but that's fine. Sunny in Florida. Whew. We're starting to get some sun, more sun here in Michigan. All right, I'm gonna stop there because I feel like it's blending too much, but there's our next little beard. And then I was thinking just the lime green, and then this one's gonna have gold because we're gonna do the horseshoe. It's gonna be what he's holding on to. So what I could do here when we come back and do some more details and fun things at the very end, if I choose to, is maybe put like green polka dots or green stripes or something on it in that other green color to pull that in there. Because I don't want the hat to be a different color. I feel like that's kind of goofy looking, but you could do it that way. Coming together so nicely. Is this his nose? No, this is his nose. They all fit different, so these ones are a little bit funny to kind of piece together. Vicky is in Florida too. Hello, Tony, how are you? All right. This piece I for sure want to be gold. And you know what? We've still got all the clovers, so I'm not worried about him being all that same green, because we're gonna pull in those clovers too to add more color to our pieces. I do like them to have all the different colors on all the different gnomes when I do these like this, but he's gonna look just fine. Okay, I always put these on upside down. So there we go. How cute is this one? Hello, Tiffany. Hi, Vicky. All right, let me turn it around and show you again where we're at so far. So there we go. We got our first 2 gnomes. We got to do the last 2 gnomes still. Pull him down here. So this one, he's going to have his black cat just like the other one does. Ooh, I got some pink on there on accident. It's all right, I just go back through there again and cover it up. It's a good thing it was a black piece and not white. Hi, Vonda. Super cute, thank you. All right. I'm gonna do the beard next. I like to do the pieces that I know what I know they're gonna be. Like the hat's easy, the shoes are easy. Those are, I know what colors I'm using. Then I gotta kind of step back and look at it and see what I'm gonna do after that. So, our cute little beard. That's what I like them to turn out like, where they've got the different colors kind of streaked through it instead of one solid color. I think this was his nose. All right, put this off to the side. So, definitely got to get some green back into this one. Maybe he's going to be the same actually. Now that I'm looking at it, I know that he's going to be the same because these ones are not a whole bunch of different pieces. They're going to work out just, this is going to be great. It's making it so much easier for me. Hi, Gwen. So I'm gonna do his shoes real quick. Get those legs covered. All right. So this is gonna be dark green, just like the last gnome that had the black hat. They're just gonna kind of be the same. Every other gnome. Like when I did the Valentine one like this, I think it said Lucky or Luck. That one, they were all different. And so I brought in all the colors and made every single gnome different. This way I think is gonna be easier because they're gonna be this 2 of the same, every other one. It makes it so much easier than trying to come up with all the different colors though. And keeping them flowing. I just think this will look good. Hopefully it turns out good. Where are we at for time? I gotta slow down because we're gonna be done too early and I don't have another kit tonight. I had to get up early and cut this one. I thought that I had it ready, but I did not. So I cut this one before my day job and then I just got done working and came down here to do this. All right. LUC is gonna be in the light green again. And they'll still be slightly different because this next one doesn't have the gold piece. So I'll change it up a little bit, I think, over there. Let me just do a skin tone real quick on his little leggies that are hanging out. There we go. How adorable is this one? Hello, Karen. Hi, Dana. see there's a few new people hopping on. So I'll flip it around and show you guys again. Look how stinking cute. So these two guys are pretty, I mean, they're identical, other than they're not. He's shorter and stubbier, but like their coloring's the same. So that made it much easier than some of the kits that I've done this way, with the gnomes being all different. So this one we're gonna go back and we're gonna do the same thing. He's gonna have the light green and the light green, but I think he's gonna have a dark green K. This one had gold. Whoops, you guys can't even see. So this one's the light green and gold. This one's gonna be light green and then dark green for his K to change it up a little bit. But still all very similar. Move that out of the way. And I just say light green. And then, so usually I start with the boring part first and then do the fun stuff after. You know, the back of it's the boring part. But that'll be our last piece. I guess it won't be our last piece. We'll go in and do some fun details after that. All right, I'm gonna do his beard. This beard's a little bit darker than all the other guys. Let's see if we can put a little bit more white into there. It's alright, I like it. It's a little bit different, but it's really streaky, and that's the look I'm going for. I don't like it when it's super, like this first one's too blended for me, so we'll probably go back in and change that. And then I'm going to do his little legs real quick. And his feet, his shoes, boots, whatever. I think I'm going to make the background fun. It's going to be white, but it's going to have some gold kind of streaked in there. Maybe even some green too. We'll see. Here's my sponge. Hi Pamela, hello Jenny. Okay. So feet will go down here. And then he's got the K. So the other one has the gold U that has the same kind of body. This one's going to have a dark green K to bring all the colors into it. Like so. How cute is that? Hi Maria. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys again. And then I'm gonna kind of, before I move on to the next part, I'm gonna look at it and see what I want to do with the extra pieces that come with it. So I'm probably not going to use every single piece that came with my kit, and you don't have to either. So here we go. This is what we're looking like so far. I'm going to do a white background, and then we're going to do some distressing with gold for sure, and maybe a little bit of green in there too. But it has all these extra pieces. So we've got the letter U I substituted with the horseshoe. That one we're not going to use. I'm not going to use. So we have the pot of gold, which you could also use there instead if you wanted to. I don't think I'm going to, though. I'm going to leave that horseshoe there. But then we've got all these extra clovers. So I'm just going to kind of see where I might want to put them. What if we do, I could do a big clover. Maybe I'll do that to make them different. What do you guys think? Can you see that? Do 2 small clovers on one of the hats and then big clover on the other hat. I think that's what I'm gonna do to bring in some different colors. So I'm gonna push, so all these extra, you're gonna have extra pieces, or you could use all of them if you choose to. I'm choosing not to. I'm gonna go in real quick though and fix at least this beard. I want it to look more streaky. Right now it's just too solid for my liking. There we go. That's better. And then, and the reason I'm still putting them back together is they're just so hard to find the pieces that go together after you take them apart. So I'm gonna slide this off of here carefully and know exactly where it goes. I'm gonna redo this beard too. It kind of blended a little bit more than I wanted it to. Not as bad as the first one, but since we've got time and whatnot, we're gonna go ahead and fix it. I think that one's my favorite one. Thank you. Just put down my Valentine's and St. Patrick's Day stuff. Awesome. I feel like the holidays are all super close together this year. Like there's not very much time between St. Patrick's Day and Easter this year, which is weird. So I just put my arm in my paintbrush. I find myself doing that a whole lot. Hi, Stephanie. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next, this goes to him. I'm just gonna slide these off. I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna let it dry a second. So he's got this. So we're gonna do 2 dark green because he's got the light green body, the gold horseshoe. We don't have any dark green on this one yet. So we're gonna do dark green clovers on this one. And that's how I determine, is just if I've used all of my colors. Yeah, I try to bring them all into each piece if I can. So even though you don't see a whole bunch of gold on these other 2, they do have the gold bucket. Not bucket, oh my gosh. The gold buckle. Holy smokes. All right. And then what was I gonna do? Oh, this one. So this one is the light green, but we have a dark green K, so I'm gonna do a gold horseshoe on this, or gold, I'm losing my words, clover on this one. So now I have all the colors on all the pieces, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is slide these off carefully to kind of keep them. This one's not even close to careful because it's not together. So I want to kind of keep my pieces together that go to each gnome so that it's easier for me to put it back together. These ones should slide off of here easy. I just got to find a spot to put them. Or make a spot. All right, so I'm going to kind of clean the paint off of this brush that I've been using for the white and orange. It's not gonna matter if there's a little bit of orange in there because I want to bring in all the colors, but I'm gonna mostly go on the background with white. And I'm only gonna do 1 coat of it even because I want it to look rustic and streaky. But I think I'm gonna use a bigger brush. That's gonna take forever. Don't have a lot of St. Patrick's stuff, so I have a small area of that and put my Easter stuff. There you go, that's perfect. I'm live.
I even showed them your room.
I did for a minute, they didn't like it.
How much longer?
About 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna FaceTime you when I got out there so you can see the bowls.
Okay, well, I can do it in a few, okay?
I'll be out here playing until you're done.
All right, sounds good.
Love you.
Love you too, bud. So my office where I'm at right now is right off of my bedroom, but we just put up a barn door in between the two so the cats can stay out all the time now. I tried locking them in just my bedroom area when I went live because I can't be out while I'm painting. They will get into it and get it everywhere, but they didn't like being in my bedroom. So I put them in their cage. They have a cage still. It's not really a cage, anybody that's seen it. It's huge. I'll show you. It's huge. So they're just hanging out in there right now, so that's what he was asking. Why are they in there, Mom? Well, because that's what they wanted to do. They'd rather go in there than go in my bedroom without me. Oops, pick up the wrong brush. Normally when I do like a shiplap background, I want it to be super white and bright. Like I said, I don't want this to be super white and bright. I want it to look rustic and bring in some other colors. So I'm not worried about it not. If you see the wood through it still a little bit, I'm good with that. Okay, I'm gonna take a little brush and clean out the holes here. They got a little bit of paint in them. See, just the ends there. Okay, so then I have these brushes that I use to do my distressing. I never clean these out. So I'm gonna go into gold first. So that's what it looks like. There's a lot of just gold on there. I'm going to dip some of it off onto my towel. You're not seeing that part because I don't have much space here. But I'm just dabbing it. And then I'm going to lightly go onto my board with what's left. And then I'll just keep repeating that process. You don't want to go on there when it's got all this on it though, because then it'll be too thick. Dip, dab it off, streak it on. Whoops, see, I didn't get enough off on that one. That's all right. I'm gonna go back through it with that. I actually kind of like that chunkier gold look, so we're gonna do it throughout it now. But typically I don't go that dark or that thick. Can you guys see that? It's nice and shimmery. It's the folk art. So now this one's done for because it's already got paint on there. I'm gonna wipe it a little bit cleaner just because I don't want the cats to get it and drag it across my floor. But then I'll grab another one. That's why I have a couple of them. And I'm gonna go into, gosh, I don't know. Do I want to go into the darker green with that? I kind of really like it just how it is. I'm gonna add just a little bit of both greens, I think. So little that it might not even show up because I might end up doing it in spots that'll be covered by the gnomes. And then I am going to dip into the darker green with it and do some darker green. Hi Vicky, I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm live every Monday on my page, and then random other times throughout the week sometimes, but always at least on my Mondays. All right, I like the background. You almost missed me, Linda. Hi. So glad you found me. All right, so I think I'm good with my background. I'm gonna move my brushes out of the way. We're gonna start gluing some pieces down here, and we're actually getting close to our time limit, so I'm surprised. I thought for a while that we were gonna have way too much time left over, but we ended up doing a very good job. So let me take a quick drink. Look how you can see all my fuzzies on me in the camera. All right. I'm just gonna do one gnome at a time. And as stated previously, I may still add some stripes or polka dots or things like that. I tend to do that at the very end before I'm completely finished with it. Oh, my finger stuck to it. So he actually kind of hangs off the board. I didn't realize that. That's kind of cool. Hi, Kathy. Hello, Marlene. All right, gotta get this down quick because his nose is kind of crooked on here. I don't know if it's exactly where it goes. Yeah, we're gonna pick him up, drop his nose in there. Why is he not fitting? There we go. Because his face, he's like really crooked. His body's crooked on his hat. It's meant to be that way, but it's funky. I'm a little off. You can see my lines underneath there, but nobody else will notice, just me. Hi, Karen. And we're gonna move his arm down here. Okay, let's get our first one all done. Make sure I got my right pieces for this guy. And I think this is all him, so we're gonna go ahead and start putting them together, but I wanna make sure I've got them lined up right. I'm almost done, babies. Cats are like, hello, Mom, are you gonna pay attention to us today? They've already had attention. I came down, I had about 10 minutes before I had to go live, so I snuggled them for a few minutes. And then, like I said, they chose to go in their beds instead of stay in my room, so they're just sitting behind me meowing now. I love this one. He's so cute. And then he's got the little ones on his hat. And I'm just going to leave them, or let them, I should say, kind of hang off the edges a little bit. Okay, next up is this little guy. Whoops, just grabbed a wet sponge. Just want to make sure I've got it lined up and I got all the pieces right. Hello, Stacy. Okay, I'm gonna do his hat real quick first, and then I'll get the rest of them glued down. I have decided I'm not gonna do a whole bunch of stripes or any details. I really like this how it is. But what I am gonna do is some polka dots on the clovers. Whoops, that wasn't in place yet. I've got about 5 minutes left. I'm hoping I can get everything glued down and show you the final product here. I may have to do my polka dots after we're off the live, but our next presenter will be up here shortly, and honestly, I don't know who it is. I'm so sorry, but stick around. And make sure you give us a follow in the Craft Around the Clock group if you are new to the group. And if you're new to me, I would love a follow. I try to go live every Monday and more often when I can. And again, this kit is our kit of the week, so it is 20% off this week only. And the link is in the description of the live. I'm gonna turn that one. I want it to look a little bit whimsical. Maybe some polka dots on the letters too. I don't know, but I'm not gonna add much detail. Just a few more little things. I really like how this one turned out. I do have, gosh, I don't know, 3 or 4 other St. Patrick's Day, brand new St. Patrick's Day. There's more on the website, but for this year, like I said, the holidays are all so close. I think I only got 3 or 4 new ones listed this time, and then we'll be on to Easter. They're so close together. I feel like this one's a little sassy. Look at his little legs sticking out there. Alright, look how cute that is. So we've still got just a few minutes before the next presenter's on. I'm going to try to do a couple of quick polka dots. And I just used the back end of a paintbrush for my dots. I want little ones, so I'm going to use this one. I'm going to do, oh goodness, I think I'm just going to do white for the ones that I choose to do. So I definitely want them on my clovers. That was the first thing I said I was going to do, so I'm definitely going to do some on here, and then from there I'll decide if I'm going to do it on letters and which ones. And I just kind of do my dots in a triangular pattern so that they don't end up with too many together, which doesn't always happen, because the other day I did a project and those dots did not turn out placed how I wanted them, but it's alright. Why did that do that? It's weird, it's not. It's like grabbing the paint funny or something on my brush. There we go. It's not getting the round that I wanted there. Oh, look how cute that is. Just adding that just gives it that much more detail. I think I am going to do some dark green dots on this one, but we're pretty much out of time. So you guys are probably gonna have to go watch the next presenter, and I'll get this posted in the next, probably tomorrow morning, the finished piece. For you guys to see, or if you're on my email list, I'll get that emailed out to you guys. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you had a good evening, a great Monday, and a good rest of your week. Like I said, if you're new to me, give me a follow, and if you're new to the Craft Around the Clock group, make sure you give us a follow in there as well. See, I'm breaking my own rule over here. Now my dots are gonna end up looking funny. That's my own fault. That's why I say, if you follow that triangle pattern, it has never let me down, but when I try to deviate, that's when my dots start looking a little bit wonky. That one's a little bit wonky, but it's not too bad. So, all right, friends, there we have it. I might add a few more things to it, but that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Bye, everybody.